Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Bar Refaeli. Bar Refaeli is an Israeli model, television host, actress and businesswoman. Refaeli is considered among the most internationally successful models to come from Israel, alongside models such as Nina Brosh and Michaela Bercu. According to Forbes Israel, she was the highest-paid model in Israel in 2013, ahead of the combined modeling income of other Israeli models such as Esti Ginsburg, Gal Gadot, and Shlomit Malka. She was the cover model of the 2009 Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, and was voted #1 on Maxim magazine's Hot 100 list of 2012. Since 2013, she has been the host of the X Factor Israel. Early life. Refaeli was born and raised in Hod HaSharon, Israel, to a secular Jewish family. Her parents, Rafi Refaeli and Sippy, own a horse ranch. Her parents were both born in Israel, and her grandparents were immigrants from Europe. Her mother was a successful model in the 1970s under her maiden name, Sippy Levine. Modeling career. Refaeli began modeling at the age of 8 months, when she first appeared in commercials. Orthodontia at 12 interrupted her modeling until she was 15, when an Israeli beauty pageant awarded Refaeli Model of the Year. She played prominently in campaigns for the fashion brands Castro and Pilpul, and she starred in a Milky Pudding commercial. She has appeared in editorials for French, American, Italian, Spanish, Russian, and Ukrainian Elle, Spanish Vogue, British Russian, Australian, and Vietnamese Harper's Bazaar, V, French and Dutch L'Officiel, American, British, Italian, German, Spanish, and Indian GQ, ID, and Allure. She has appeared on the covers of French, Italian, Spanish, Dutch, Russian, Belgian, Danish, Swedish, Australian, Latvian, Norwegian, Polish, Bulgarian, Romanian, Slovenian, Croatian, and Turkish Elle, French, Spanish, and Russian Marie Claire, British, Italian, Spanish, German, Portuguese, and Mexican GQ, American, British, Australian, and Serbian Maxim, and Esquire. Refaeli has appeared in advertising campaigns for Chanel, Escada, Ralph Lauren, Desigual, Andrew Marc, Victoria's Secret, Marks & Spencer, Gap, Moet and Chandon, Hurley, Rampage, True Religion, Lucky Brand, Accessorize, Passionata, Fox, Reebok, Sears, Arrow, Besney, Marc Alberchego, and Agua Bendita. She also has appeared in advertising campaigns for non-fashion brands such as Garnier Fructis, Samsung, and Subaru. Refaeli became the second Israeli model to appear in Sports Illustrated magazine in her 2007 debut in its swimsuit issue, where she posed with the rock band Aerosmith. Refaeli was the cover model for the 2009 Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. Southwest Airlines painted a bikini-clad Refaeli from that shoot on the side of its Boeing 737, which led some passengers to criticize the airline for what they regarded as prurient, and hence, offensive to families. Refaeli has modeled for Subaru, Accessorize, Brazilian clothing line Besney, Italian jewelry line Marco Bacego, and Rampage. In 2009 she modeled for Garnier International. On 5 March 2009, Refaeli received the World Style Award presented by the Women's World Awards for her natural elegance, sense of style, and compassion. In October of the same year, Refaeli co-hosted Fashionable Istanbul's press conference, announced its October 2009 fashion event, and appeared in its advertisements. FHM voted Refaeli number 42 in 2008, no. 57 in 2010, and number 97 in 2011, in its lists of the 100 sexiest women. Maxim placed Refaeli at the very top of its Hot 100 list in 2012. In April 2012, Shalom Life ranked her fourth on its list of the 50 most talented, intelligent, funny, and gorgeous Jewish women in the world. Refaeli has been referred to as a supermodel by Maxim magazine, The Hollywood Reporter, The Daily Mail, The Allgemeine, J-Post, The Independent, and others. According to Forbes Israel, in 2013 she was the highest-paid model in Israel, ahead of the combined modeling income of such other Israeli models as Esti Ginsburg, Gal Gadot, and Shlomo Malka. Film and television career. Spring 2012 show in New York City, Refaeli co-starred in the Israeli TV drama series Pick Up in 2005. In October 2008, she co-hosted the Bravo special program Tommy Hilfiger Presents Ironic Iconic America, based on the book Ironic Iconic America written by George Lois. She returned as a program host in 2009, this time for MTV's brief revival of House of Style. In 2011, Refaeli starred in American-Israeli film Session directed by Chaim Buzaglo. The film is a psychological thriller that tells the story of a manipulative psychiatrist who becomes obsessed with a new young patient. She also served as a guest judge on Cycle 4 of Germany's Next Top Model hosted by Heidi Klum. In November 2012 she started her own model casting show $1 Million Shooting Star on German TV channel Sat1. In January 2013, Refaeli appeared in GoDaddy's Super Bowl 47 commercial, acting with Jesse Hyman and NASCAR driver and perennial GoDaddy pitchwoman Danica Patrick. In 2013, Refaeli also hosted the first season of the X Factor Israel, which became the most popular music show in Israel, leading to them bringing her back in 2015 for Season 2. In 2013, Refaeli played a starring role in the French-Israeli crime caper film Kidden, a comedy in which she stars as a Mossad assassin involved in liquidating a terrorist. Business and investment career. Refaeli invests in a variety of business ventures in Israel, and has also launched her own bar. Refaeli has an ownership stake in a number of fashion companies, such as in the designer glasses manufacturer Carolina Lemke. In 2011, Refaeli and Dudi Balsa, an attorney and former male model, set up an e-commerce company called Under.me to sell designer underwear. As well as its investor, Refaeli runs business development for the venture. By November 2011, the company had raised $1 million in venture capital funds. In 2013, her startup, MikaLook, which is an iPad app that allows users to purchase the items that models are wearing, raised $1.2 million in its first financing round. Refaeli is one of the main investors behind MyCheck, which processes payments behind smartphones, and which raised $1.7 million in its first financing round. In its second financing round, it raised $4.2 million. On the 16th of December 2015, Israeli tax authorities in Tel Aviv detained Bar Refaeli and her mother overnight for questioning related to potential tax evasion. She is accused of failing to pay income tax on 2 vehicles that she received as compensation for posing in pictures with the vehicles, and for evading taxes by disguising her Israeli residency by renting a luxury apartment in Tel Aviv through relatives. In 2016, Refaeli lodged a police complaint for identity theft with the Israel police after a news item in Calculist linked her to suspicious money transfers involving Amir Bramley based on leaked banking correspondence. Bramley sued the Calculist reporter in relation to this media coverage. Charitable activities. She led a free campaign under the slogan, "One Bag Less," to reduce the use of plastic bags in Israel. In 2009, she led an unpaid campaign on behalf of the Israel Water Authority to educate the public about water use and conservation. On the 7th of June 2013, Refaeli hosted a beach party in Tel Aviv for participants of the city's Gay Pride Parade. In November 2013, Refaeli spoke out in support of legislation for civil marriages in Israel, as part of a campaign for the proposed Knesset bill. Personal life. Refaeli once dated Baywatch actor David Charvet. In November 2005, she began a relationship with Leonardo DiCaprio after meeting him at a party in Las Vegas thrown for members of U2. In the course of their trip to Israel in March 2007, the couple met with Israeli President Shimon Peres and visited Refaeli's hometown of Hod HaSharon. The relationship ended in June 2009. In 2010, numerous reports indicated that their romance had been rekindled, but in May 2011, it was reported that the couple had ended their romantic relationship, although they would remain friends. Refaeli got engaged to Israeli businessman Adi Ezra in March 2015. She has stated she plans to raise a big Jewish family with him. The couple were married in Israel on the 24th of September 2015. They have a daughter named Liv Ezra, who was born in August 2016. Avoidance of military service. As early as 2004, Refaeli received criticism in Israel for evading service in the army. Back then model Agam Rodberg stated, "The way Refaeli evaded army service wasn't right. It's worth trying to serve in the army, and only if you don't feel good there to try and do something." In 2007 it was reported that Refaeli had evaded the draft by marrying family acquaintance Arik Weinstein in 2003, and divorcing him soon afterwards, to avoid military service in the Israel Defense Forces, which is mandatory in Israel for unmarried secular Jewish women over the age of 18. The Israeli Forum for the Promotion of Equal Share in the Burden threatened to boycott the fashion chain Fox if they hired Refaeli. The two sides reached a compromise in which Refaeli agreed to visit injured IDF soldiers whenever she is in Israel, and actively encourage enlistment in the army. Refaeli later stated, "I don't regret not enlisting, because it paid off big time. That's just the way it is. Celebrities have other needs. I hope my case has influenced the army." She also said, "Israel or Uganda? What difference does it make? It makes no difference to me. Why is it good to die for our country? What, isn't it better to live in New York? Why should 18-year-old kids have to die? It's dumb that people have to die so that I can live in Israel." In 2009, while speaking in support of enlisting, fellow Israeli model Esti Ginsburg criticized Refaeli for evading military service. In 2011, Refaeli was featured on the cover of Italian GQ's war-themed May 2011 issue. Refaeli's avoidance of military service was again raised in 2013, this time by IDF Brigadier General Yoav Mordecai, who criticized the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for casting Refaeli in a 2013 advertisement. General Mordecai stated the use of Refaeli as an official representative of Israel sent a negative message to Israeli society. In 2014, during Operation Protective Edge, Refaeli frequently expressed solidarity and appreciation of Israeli citizens serving in the Israeli army, with postings on her social network accounts, and by posting selfies of her together with smiling Israeli soldiers. Thank you for watching. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Please like and subscribe below. Please like and subscribe below.